Hi guys, today I'm going to be taking you through how to make a carousel post for your Instagram. And as you can see in this video, I've given you an example of my carousel picture before I posted. And this is how it looks after it got posted. So now that that's out of the way, let's get started. So the first thing you guys are going to want to do is open up Photoshop. And then what you're going to want to do is make the width 1080. Change that to pixels actually. Make sure it's pixels, guys. 1080. And the height needs to be 1080, and for the resolution let's make it 150 so that the post itself is not too big, and then leave it RGB, and everything else should be alright there. Make sure that it's a 16-bit or above, because otherwise the quality will be not as good. Okay, and here you see we have the size of a normal post for Instagram, and what I'm going to do is snap to guides, drag the guides down into each and every side of the square, as you can see there. The reason why I'm doing this so that we have a guide as to where the first post is, and then we'll make more guides for when we have the second post, third post, so that we can combine them into one big carousel. What I like to do is take the rectangle tool, click and drag, and there you go. I like to make it a different color. Let's make it red, for instance. Then what I will do is on the left hand side here, you can click the crop tool on the left hand side, click on the artwork, then you're going to get these 6 lines, or 6, it's going to be divided into 9 blocks, and then what you're going to do is click and drag, and then just needs to follow where it more or less fits. You see there's they divide themselves into a few guides, so you just need to find it just before the first line going vertically is basically touching that red block space, and there we go, or the guide space, there we go. So what you're gonna want to do is just to make the guides again. Move the red block, shift, click and drag to the second section, click and drag from the ruler so that you can make a new guide, put it on where the red block is, where the red block ends, make sure it is there, yes it is. And then likewise you don't have to do the same for the last block, reason being that block will be the last block, so you can just put the guide at the end of it. Here we go. Let's just make this a different color. Okay, white, there we go. So what we're going to want to do is first go and get your artwork, the sand artwork, the sand picture, which I have here in this folder. You can drag it into Photoshop and paste. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to take the element from here, because this is where I already have all my elements, where I have the sand background, as well as the PNG peaches, and as well as the bags there. I'm going to click and drag it to the artwork, and as you see I turned it and made sure that it fits perfectly. Okay, got it there. Then what we're going to do is click on the text tool, draw up a text box, and let's type peaches. Click and drag there, peaches, and peaches. Alright, so the font that I will be using will be, instead of Impact, I'm going to choose Calibri. Type that in, Calibri, because I like this font, Calibri Bold. I'm going to make the text a bit smaller. You can either click on the drop down here, where you see the small t and big T. This is where you change the size of the font. You can either click on the drop down and select the number you want, or you can highlight the number and change the number to whatever you want, for instance like that. Or you could just hover over the big T and small t and click and drag, and it should change the size for you, as you can see that it's doing there. Then you just press enter so that it comes down, enter in front of the peaches. Now what we're going to want to do is make sure that we handle you see these big spaces between the wording. They can easily be changed by clicking on this character and paragraph panel here, or you could just click over here by this A with a line next to it on the right hand side, and here it will bring this prompt up. And what you're going to want to do is, over here where the arrow between the two A's is, you're going to click and drag. See, dragging closer, dragging closer. There we go. Okay, made it a bit too close, so then a bit further down. There we go. And when you're happy with it, you just click on the tick. There we go. Make this dialog box a bit more small. This text box a bit smaller. Or you can just, if you would like to change the size of row, I just like to hold shift and click and drag here so that it's a size you want, just to adjust it a little bit more. Then what you're going to do, if you don't want to, if you want to keep the same font size, for instance, or you could just draw a new dialog box over here, but I want to keep the same font size, so I'll just hold Alt. As soon as I see that black and white arrow, I'm going to hold in Alt and click and drag, then it will make a copy of it. So the next wording that I will put there is, don't be scared. Copy. Click the text tool again, and then highlight the text there that you would like to change. Control V will paste the text right in there. There we go. Just have a look at the other text. So to make this text look a bit more, I want to put it against this guide over here. So what I'll do is I'll change the alignment on the top section here with these three lines, or with these three options here that give you the center text alignment, the right alignment text, and the left alignment text. I will be choosing the right alignment text. Okay, go on like that. And because I want to make this a bit bigger, saying don't be scared. Next next text that I'll be adding is the end. Again, highlight, Control V, the end. There we go. Let's open here again. Oh yes, don't be scared to explore. Click the tick and we'll type in the rest of the sentence over here. Scared to explore let's make this a bit smaller, the font, because I see it was all in caps. Don't be scared to explore. Put the text a bit more down there so that it's at least in line with the peaches and beaches. Tick. Let's make it a bit more smaller. Oops. There we go. There we go. And then the end, we will be making a center alignment, which I'll make the text box a bit smaller, placing it right here at the center, the end. Okay, next we will be adding the elements, which is the PNG elements. Let's just take away the sand and let's select this one, click and drag right there, make it a bit smaller, click the tick. Okay, got it. And then the other one will be over here. Click this PNG. Okay, here we go. So that's how you make a carousel. So this is just an example. Actually, let me change the text here to beach is the best on the beach. So we're changing this text over here. The beach. Make that in small spaces, small word, small font. We go with the peach. Is based on the beach. Let's make this a bit smaller. Ooh. Bit more small. Let's make the alignment left aligned. Cool. I don't like the spaces here, so I'm go to the character again and make the space a bit smaller. Oops. Select the rather. Say 200. Select another one side. There we go. That spaces is alright. Actually, let's make it a bit more. Let's make it 72. Alright, awesome. And you can play around with the positioning. I like that positioning is alright for me. And here we go. So the key part, once you have all of your text in and you would like to make this into the actual carousel, what you're going to want to do is select your crop tool, drag it to the first one, press enter, and there's your first image. Okay, file, save as. Make sure you save it as a JPEG. Just find my folder here. Okay, cool. Let's call this Beaches 1. Okay. Next, what you're gonna want to do is press Control Alt Z. Then you'll get the normal image again. Before you cropped. And you're going to do the same thing, but now for the second post, click enter again, save as JPEG, name it Beaches 2. You can name it whatever you really want. I'm just naming that so I can keep track of them, which post comes first. Okay, Control Alt Z. There we go. And now the last one. Okay, enter. File, save as JPEG, and name that 3. Save. There we go. Okay, and that's all. And that, as soon as you post it, I have an example of how it looks when you post the actual author images on the actual Instagram. Please look at that example, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you guys are looking for any corporate branding such as logos, business cards, and more, please contact us on our website www.astrodesigns.co.za. If you would like to check out some of our work, don't be afraid to visit our Instagram page or our Facebook page.